All right, and I think we are live, Sharon.
Hi,
Hello, everyone.
Kevin.
Hi,
I
Sharon.
so love coming. I so love coming to hang out with you. I just love how we read together. It's just
I
it's
agree.
great energy. Yeah,
It's
and I
very
saw
similar how we
your
read as
last.
well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I read. I don't know if you know Brenda Tarot, but she was. I had her as a guest on yesterday. Wow, she's a powerhouse.
Oh,
Mediumships,
nice.
bang, it's right there, right. Yeah, and then her readings, bang, bang, bang. I
Hmm.
felt really slow next to her, but that's okay. Everybody has their own speed.
Right. She's from the
Yeah,
UK,
I
right?
love her. She's Canadian. She's from
Oh,
Ontario.
Canadian. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of
Yeah,
Shard
yeah.
in the UK. I know that they work together a lot.
Uh, yeah, Shar is actually in Holland, I think.
Oh, okay.
hmm The Netherlands, yeah. Holland, that's
Yeah.
right.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on with me, and I always enjoy reading with you as well, Sharon. I wanted to celebrate a little bit. I was telling Sharon, I sent her a picture of it earlier, but in honors of having Sharon from Strawberry Rhubarb on our channel, we had a Trader Joe's open
Yes.
up, and I got a rhubarb and strawberry soda. Now,
Oh, cute.
I haven't had rhubarb since I was a kid, and I did not like it. I was very picky, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
But cheers to you, my
Oh,
friend.
you might have a little jolt there.
I still don't like it very much.
That's the tart in me coming out.
It's the tartness, I think. And I like tart, like sour candy. I'm a big sugar lover, but
Right.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat real quick. We
Yes,
have
I see Chris,
Karina.
my neighbor. Chris, my neighbor, Maple Ridge is there. I mean, neighbors in that she's in British Columbia.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valerie. I got your question, Butterfly. Hey, Kelly. Carmela, Vivian, Chris, Maureen. Hello, Linda Sandoval, Chris,
Hi, Kelly.
Izzy. Oh, today we're just doing a political world event and spiritual questions, no personal today. Sorry. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and write them in all caps with some heart emojis, and I will get them started. I'm going to try to get to as many questions as we can. Hey, Liz and Christy. I have one. I think I got one from Butterflies Are Free, which I'm interested to look into, but we'll let some more people
Oh, the
jump
one
in
about
and send your questions.
is that the one about the dreams? Or, oh, no, that's Valerie.
She said, why did Trump not destroy the boxes of records he took with him to Florida? And if that will be exposed, what's in there. Was there a question of dreams? I saw it personal.
Hi, Greeter, Viviani,
Click on that one.
Valerie, Chris, Kelly, Carmela, Catututi. Oh, it's Catuti. There's no. Hello from Boston. All right. Home of the Irish. I'm Irish, Carmela. You're
Yeah.
obviously Italian.
I'm a little bit of Heinz 57, but I think my biggest heritage is Irish.
All right. That's why we click.
Yes. Christy, we're doing political
I
world
just feel,
event and spiritual questions today.
yeah. Yeah, some
Hey, Connie. What were you saying, Sharon? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
oh, I can't remember now.
Sorry. Well,
No, that's
everyone, if you're
okay.
not already subscribed to Sharon, please go over to Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. Let's get her sub count up a little bit. I read with Sharon
Christy,
often. I think I'm on with you
yeah.
next week, right? Is it next week or the following?
Yes. You know what? My appointment book is not on my desk.
I have it here. I think it's next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday, the 16th.
Right. Let's see if I have it even in my phone. Sometimes it doesn't make it into my phone. Yep. No, I have it in my phone. Yep. Next week at 11:30 my time, Pacific.
Yeah.
And 1:30 your time. Oh.
Oh, no, it's 5. It's 5 my time.
No, sorry. No, that 1:30 was just I put in a 2-hour thing on my calendar. That's all.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, great. Well, I have some questions. Like I said, if you have any questions, political, world events, spiritual, go ahead and write them in all caps with some heart emojis, and I will get them started.
Chris Wickens has one there too. It wasn't in caps, and you don't see any question marks. 11 at. Are you 3 hours ahead of me?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so
I have a similar
it'll
question.
Be at 2:35. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I struggle with this a little bit, so I don't know how much insight I can give, but I can ask my guides. I'm not sure about Sharon,
well,
but
I can. Well, first of all, set the intention before you go to sleep that you're going to remember your dreams, and then upon waking, like have a dream journal right next on your night table, and your pen and everything. And as soon as you wake up, see if you remember, because that's when you remember, or you think you'll remember you just had a dream and you remember some stuff about it, but you think, oh, I'll remember that and I'll put it in my dream. No, you got to do it right away.
Yeah,
you got to write it down right away.
I think my issue is unless I'm extremely exhausted, I'm very restless in my sleep.
Right.
My legs are kind of always like moving and I have to readjust. So I don't think I get the best sleep. And I think that's why.
Do you take magnesium? Do you take magnesium?
I don't, but I do love, I did get some magnesium flakes to like put in a bath. And that was really helped with some of my nerve pain that I get.
Yeah. Well, I know you can get calcium and magnesium together.
That helps with that.
I highly recommend that because I get those restless legs as well. But I keep on the magnesium. And when I hurt my back, my chiropractor said last week, make sure you're taking magnesium. And I was, so I just doubled up on it.
I'll have to look into that. Thank you. If I take a nap, I don't feel like it's... I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharon.
Oh, just I noticed that Liz Reeves says, I heard Putin fell asleep at the Olympic Games. Well, he gets bored if it's not about him.
Right. I hadn't heard that.
And they're talking about, you remember that bust of Lincoln was taken by Trump's movers. Anyways, he took it, and Chris Wickens says it was over 200 years old. So there's a question about that.
I got that.
Oh, Sandra Tibbetts has a question at 2:39 your time.
Yeah, got it.
Yes. Yeah, magnesium is really good, Valerie. Yeah.
I know that with that bath too, they say that magnesium actually, like, you can get that in your system a lot better, like through your skin than like pills. Yeah. Like I said, that magnesium really helped with, did help calm me. And I don't have anything diagnosed. I've often wondered if I might have like fibromyalgia because I get some nerve pain, just like throughout my body. It feels like it's nerve pain, and it really helps with that as well.
Oh, Connie, you just completed chapter 25, 4 more to go. It's so emotional. Is that on the book that you're writing, Connie? Yes, that's right, Chris Wickens. You have to take magnesium with calcium. Just a minute. I'll go off camera here and I'll show you what I've got.
Okay. Well, while Sharon's gone, I'm going to tell Valerie what my guides are saying with that. I agree with Sharon to really set your intentions on the messages that you want to receive. I also find, well, for me anyway, when I dream, it's usually when I can find time to take a nap in the afternoon, and then I get really strong dreams. I'm more relaxed, I think, and it's normally quick, like a quick nap. But also, I think the easiest time to get messages from your guides or loved ones is in that state when you first wake up and your mind's still pretty
Yes.
clear and you're groggy. If you can write out on a journal, like when you first wake up, and just write down what comes to your mind, or I feel
Yeah.
like that's our most sensitive time. So hopefully that helps you. All right.
It's funny. I'm looking over here, and my recliner is rocking.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's moving on its own. It's my cat. I'm looking at the back of the. His name is Merlin.
Oh, Merlin.
Merlin, Axel, and Lisa's cat is Axel Merlin.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Okay. So this is what I have. It's I don't know how you pronounce it. Sisu. And it's calcium and magnesium, and it's 1-to-1 formula. You don't need the 2-to-1. The 1-to-1 is better. And I also take, and I feel really strong. My bones feel great because, my mother had osteoporosis, so I don't want to get that.
Yeah.
Although she took stuff for it. And then there's another one called Only Minerals, and I take that as well, along with my multivitamin and some other things. But yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, let's smash that thumbs up. And please go over to Sharon's
and the like button. Yes.
Rhubarb if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do Butterfly Three's question first. Go ahead, Sharon.
No, it's okay. We can do it later. I thought I'd just put in my email, so if people want to contact
I have your
me,
email in the description box.
Okay, great. And then
yep, and I believe I have your channel link as well.
Yeah, because I'm starting to do. Yes, he does rock, William. I love Kevin.
William, I think he was my
I'm
first
starting to do private reading, so I've got. Oh wow, cool.
I'm sorry, Sharon. It's just a delay. So when I start talking, and then I think it's the delay, and you're not hearing anything. So.
Oh yeah, there's probably a delay on my end.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, it's not bad because you responded very quickly to what I just said, so it's not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna post your
Sheila
link
says,
in the chat.
Okay. Sheila Edwards says, Kevin, you need to go to doctor and get your electrolytes checked. If out of whack, can cause a lot of muscle problems. Also needed to have you need it to have a regular heartbeat. Thanks.
Yeah, and you know what? That makes sense too, because a lot of times I get really bad muscle cramps. So maybe that's it. But
I do too.
My heartbeat has been pretty good. But thank you for sharing that, Sheila.
Yeah, the magnesium, the calcium magnesium will help a lot with your cramps as well.
Okay. All right. I got your channel link in the description, in the chat if anybody would like to subscribe.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yep, there it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
It's just a new it's just a new channel, so it'd be nice to get some subs.
Yeah, of course. Well, Butterfly's asking, why did Trump not destroy the boxes of records that he took with him? Will we ever find out what is in them? Well, yeah, I think we are going to find out. I think well,
they've already taken the boxes.
Yeah, the archives has already taken the boxes, so they know what was in them. I would like to throw some cards on this. Let's see if we can figure out what's in it, because obviously, if he's going to take the time to take it with him and try to hide it, it's probably not very good.
Okay, I need to do my thing to.
Yeah.
To get connected.
Thank you all for all the advice. Appreciate that.
Okay. What am I going to use? I'm going to use that one. So I'm talking to myself here. Oh, that one. Okay. I find yes, Jay Roberts, Trump is so busted. He is so busted.
I almost feel like too that he didn't give out all the documents that he had either.
Thank you, Sandra, for subbing to my channel. I so appreciate it.
I think Connie might be onto something. Oh yeah, I saw that he took that hurricane map that he made. Oh, I got it.
I think it was yeah, I think it was a lot of his off book meetings with people and calls that he made that you know, to these leaders that he doesn't want us to find out about. That's what I'm getting. But let me see what it says here. But why didn't he destroy them? I think he didn't he just didn't think anybody would come get them.
And that's what I think too, because they recovered a lot of his destroyed documents. Thank you, Julia. What I'm getting is, and I definitely get Russia in the cards, but I'm getting his partnerships with other countries, and also some you know, some delusional partnerships. You know, I do see it coming to light though. It might take a little bit of time because I get the Temperance card in reverse, so that's, you know, like slow movement, and I get the Strength card in reverse as well, crossing the read. It has to do with some election stealing with Trump, and the Four of Wands is my White House card. It's in reverse. And then, you know, his plans to evade justice. He knew that there would be a lot of investigations done. And there's also some dark money involved with this as well in some of those documents. And then I get Trump and Queen of Cups is one of my Russia cards. So I definitely feel it was Russia. He really was trying to defend himself from a lot of his a lot of that negative stuff that he was doing, the negative group work. He was trying to get that from not coming out. So there's a lot in there. Yep, you're right, Connie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know what? I got that too.
Got what?
When I when I tuned in, it says the criminal always keeps incriminating evidence, tokens. Yes, that's what I got as well when I first tuned in. It was his ego that, you know, that he was talking to these guys behind the scenes. Yeah, he was keeping it as it was all ego driven. I think the energy of the reading is the Knight of Pentacles. He thought he was on solid ground, you know, just leaving those. I got a vision of him. They were in boxes behind his desk at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if it was actually that. You know, he just didn't think, like, here, he just didn't think they would come after him. He thought he was pretty safe. The Knight of Pentacles. And he didn't expect, here the Knight of Wands, he didn't expect anybody to come looking for them. But he's really, you know, he was very surprised by that. He was very surprised by that. The Page of Cups.
Oh, I had that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's trying to, you know, he's going to try to do his whole thing to try to deflect away from that. But he really thought, again, he was safe. No, it's going to come. Like, you know, the documents are in here, the boxes. He didn't think anybody was going to come and get them. And then, but he's worried.
Yeah.
He is worried. And because it all documents his partnerships overseas, and all the work he did behind the scenes. And of course, it was all about money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just thinks he can, you know, weasel out of everything. But actually, he is very, very, very worried. And of course, he's very worried that this is going to bring him down. This is going to bring him down. Yeah, it's going to be some sources to money as well. I mean, he'll try to defend himself, but you know, he's his own worst enemy. He's always spouting off, and he you know, this is the Page of Swords, who's very immature and like is very chatty, like he is. In fact, that could be. I think this will be my trump card from now on. I have another one, but this is him. Yeah, he's very chatty, and of course, he tells on himself.
With that Page of Swords too, I'm getting that it's going to be revealed. That's one of my whistleblower cards.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's lots of secrets. There's lots of surprises, and that's why he's shitting his drawers.
Yeah.
You know, everybody calls him the Orange Man. Well, it's now the Brown Man. The brown Cheeto.
You know, it's funny. I just got this deck that I love for political readings, and I was getting really good hits on Trump and the kids when I first got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Tarot of Oppositions.
Oh, that one, yes.
Yeah, it's really good. I love
that deck.
I like it because there's I think it's good for politics because there's two sides on the card. You get it in reverse, and it's more of that negative side of the card, which I don't typically read with reversals, so I like it because it's a nice picture to see, to resonate with.
Yeah, there's a good question at 2:54 your time from Renee V.
Yep, got that. Yeah, he really thought that nobody would know about it and try to come looking for it. I'm not sure how they found out. I feel like they might have other documents from other people, and it was missing from him.
And Viviani has a question at 2:55.
Sorry,
Robin,
Robert.
no personal. Yeah, sorry. I'll let you deal with that.
Yeah, we're not doing any personals today. I am going to probably do a personal next week. Mini readings next week, I think. Thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate that. Oh, we got a good one there. Okay.
Lots of questions. Kevin foretold that this was going to be busy with lots of questions.
Yeah, we have 82 people watching, so you got a feeling.
Oh, cool. Very cool. That's nice.
Okay, this is a good one. I don't know if I need to throw in this, but Nancy asked, do you see the advanced child credit coming back? My guides are saying yes, but I feel like it's next year.
I just looked. I saw yes. I saw yes. This has just started to happen to me. When I look, I'll see a big green check mark. If it's no, I'll see a big red no. But what's happened lately is I'll see a green check mark and then it changes to a red check mark, which means there's going to be some something attached to it, or there's going to be a delay of some sort. So yeah, I agree with what you just said.
Yeah, it feels like it's next year. I'm going to double check with the pendulum though. Yep, I'm getting a big yes on that. All right. I'm getting a no for this year. I'm getting a maybe for next year, so it might be towards the end of next year, beginning of the following year. But that's what the energy felt like for me, Nancy. Thank you. All right. I'm feeling a little bit of oh, go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, I just threw some cards on it, so I see that there's going to be some delays. Some things are going to have to go through, but in the end, it is going to come through. Here's the 10 of Cups, so and the Chariot. So yeah,
it's a little bit of a battle for a while. I think the issue is that Joe Manchin really doesn't care for it. So until we get more, after midterms and we make some gains in the Senate, it probably will happen.
Exactly.
Thank you, Vivian. Exactly. Yes, thumbs up, and please go subscribe over to Sharon's channel. I'm going to post that again.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been having some really good guests. I also want to have Kevin and Gerald from Tarot Stash. We need to come up with a date again because we had so much fun.
We were on fire.
Oh boy, were we on? Oh, I was just gonna. You took the words right out of my mouth. We were on fire. Okay, will Russia invade you? Okay, well, what I did see before was that that Putin is just rattling his swords. What do you call it? Rattling his sabers, and he will back down. That's what I got last week. But let's see what it says. I also saw when I looked that time, I saw all the countries pointing. He was in the middle of a circle, and all the NATO leaders had a gun, rifle trained at him, but it wasn't bullets. It wasn't bullets in the rifle. It was what do you call it? A dart gun, to put him to sleep. To
I got you. To neutralize it. Yeah.
yeah. But let's see what I see.
Yes. Christy, I got your question. I think there's a couple ahead of yours.
Yeah. Okay, so what I just saw was the Russian tanks and the guys in the Russian tanks going, it's just all show.
Yeah, for when I did my my predictions, there were some topics that I was doing freely. So like a week ago, my guide showed me with the Russian troops surrounding. They were standing still. I didn't see them going forward to invade or retreat. But I do feel like the energy's changing, so I do want to throw some cards in. I feel like they might be retreating a little bit.
Yeah, when I saw the tanks there, they were right just outside the border.
I still see sanctions coming for Russia, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And, you know, if Biden is true with his promise that, you know, like with Germany and Europe, that if Putin tries to shut off the gas, the natural, I think it's natural gas to those countries, that Biden says the U.S. will step up and get them some supplies. So
I'm almost feeling like there's a retreat, but I think that Putin has another plan that he's going to try. I think even if they retreat, that there's going to be something really sneaky that he tries to get away with. Hey, Juno.
Hi, Juno. Juno's been emailing me and giving me these video links. One was a video link about the strawberry rhubarb triangle. And I went, what is that about?
Yeah.
It turns out it was quite innocuous. It was just in England. There's a triangle of small cities or towns that in that triangle of settlements, that's where about 90% of the rhubarb is grown.
Oh, really?
I think for UK and Europe. Okay.
Yeah, I did feel some kind of cyber thing coming up there. But Russia's gonna get sanctions unlike they've ever had before. I feel like it's gonna be huge sanctions. The oligarchs are really not going to be happy with Putin for putting them in that position, I feel.
Yeah, I feel here, the Ace of Pentacles, that yes, there'll be sanctions, which, you know, is going to hurt the oligarchs.
Yeah.
I mean, the other vision I had last week was that the oligarchs were all dressed in like you know, Navy SEALs. I mean, it's all in black, and also it could be the people they hire, but they're waiting for the word, right? And then, all right, let's go get them. And I've got this little room that I look at, and they filed out of the room, and again, they were going out to neutralize. I don't mean kill. I mean just neutralize.
Yeah.
Putin. Yeah. Anyways, yes, there will be sanctions. I think we're going to be safe. Here's the happy family. I mean, Putin's trying to get away with this, you know, this invasion, but he doesn't have a chance. There's the Ten of Swords, and he will retreat.
Yeah.
He'll eventually retreat, but yeah, he's going to try to do some things he's trying to make all of us, you know, all our governments unstable. He just likes creating chaos.
And his main goal is to break up NATO and all of the alliances.
Exactly. And he doesn't want the Ukraine to join NATO.
Yes.
That's one of his big things.
Cami, I got your question. Thanks.
And Renee has another one about Macron.
Got it. All right. So I do feel like there is some balance that's coming in the area, but I feel like for right now, the decision hasn't been made to whether go forward or retreat yet. I agree with Sharon, though. I do think that they eventually will retreat because the energy crossing is holding on. Putin's really trying to hold on to that, you know, to Ukraine, to all the resources. And I've always felt too that there's a particular interest in the water off of Ukraine. I think maybe for their submarines. But we do have some good news coming here soon. Either way Putin moves, he's at a crossroads right now. There's burdens filled either way, so he's stuck. Putin really wishes that he could go back in the past and that he could have got Trump reelected to avoid all the fighting and conflict, that tug of war. There is something, though, with the situation that is going to lead to some heartbreak. I do see some grief with that. But here soon, the sanctions are coming. I get the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles are the sanctions. The Queen of Swords is, the Senate approving those massive sanctions. And I get that the troops, like Ukraine, there's going to be a lot of strength coming in with those. Knight of Wands is one of my Democrat cards. And that there will be some security coming in, but it is a little bit slow moving.
Okay, I just threw on, will the oligarchs neutralize Putin? Like, shut him up.
Yeah, I've always felt that.
Yeah. So, the King of Swords, they want justice because he's affecting their bottom line.
Yeah.
And so it's the energy they're reading. And isn't this interesting? I get the Page of Swords for Putin. They see him as being really rash.
Yeah.
And impulsive. And so, yes, they're going to band together to neutralize him so he's not doing these crazy things, and because they don't want this actions, so they're getting together and they will be successful because they want to protect their money, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. And so they literally want to tie him up. So because he isn't seeing eye to eye with they're not seeing eye to eye with them. They don't have the same perspective that Putin does. Yeah. So
they don't want to lose their money, and I've always felt that the oligarchs are going to be who take Putin down.
Yeah,
I don't think Putin is going to be leader for too much longer.
Yeah, because they don't want the trade interrupted. I mean, this is world trade, so they don't want him mucking with that. I mean, Putin's very, very rich. He probably doesn't care, but he's stepped over the line.
Yeah, he's in a lose-lose situation, whether he goes forward or he retreats. There's a lot of burdens coming his way.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and sorry, it's politics. She says, "Have a great day, everyone." So she's in and out. That's okay.
All right. So Chris asked, what happened to the bust of Lincoln that the Trump movers took from the White House?
Oh, I just gotta.
What did you get?
I just got a really weird image. So Kevin, youngster Kevin, have you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
I have not.
Oh, you have to. It came out, I think, in 1974, and I remember going to see it. I was in university then. Oh, I'm dating myself. But anyways, I went to see it with my sister and brother-in-law, and we're in this theater. And oh my God, there were scenes in it where I was laughing so hard. I was on an aisle seat, and I was you know how Lisa throws herself on her sofa when she's well, I was like this. I was hanging off my seat laughing. But anyways, there's one scene where the governor, played by Harvey Korman, and there's people of my generation in the chat. They'll remember this, but the governor was of course crooked. It was Harvey Korman. He's got this statue, this head, and he's moving up against, like, as if he's humping that. So I got that vision of Trump doing the same thing.
I have to see that scene, then I'll know. I'll be able to piece it better together, you know?
Yeah, he's stroking the bust, you know, and he's humping. Yeah, Ms. May says the Campfire Scene is a classic. Ms. May, that was when I really lost it. The Campfire Scene is this bunch of cowboys, and of course they're eating beans, right? And so now they're all throwing lines from the movie, but around they actually were lifting their one butt cheek and were farting. And of course, back in '74, you never heard anything like that. That he was breaking new ground there. And I went through my mind. I went, they're farting. They're farting, and in disbelief. And then I started to laugh because it continued, and that's when I lost it. Right. So, yeah, it's quite the movie. And then there's, it's true. I will leave that. You will enjoy that line. I won't tell you what that's about. But yes, every little breeze seems to smell of feces. And then something about they on this mountain pathway, it's sort of in the desert. They've got this toll booth, and they're saying, "Yep, you can come in, Chinese and Native, all sorts of." And then it came to, sorry, Kevin, but it came to this Irish guy, and he says, "No, we'll take the." It was really awful. I mean, it's not PC, this movie.
Yeah,
but we'll take the Chinks and the Packies or something like that. But we won't take the Irish. So they're turning this guy away. Yes, it was a very scatological symphony. I agree, Juno. That's brilliant. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of being admired. I'm trying to think. Madeline Kahn does a burlesque thing, and it's kind of like that German actress, very famous in the 40s, Greta Garbo, and she does a spoof on Greta Garbo. Okay. Anyways, we digress, but yeah, I think he has it because just as his own ego, he sees himself as the greatest president, just like Lincoln. I think he's got it.
Oh, you think he still has it?
I think he still has it. But that's the vision I got.
Yeah. What I saw the truck go down the road and then do a U-turn and go back to the White House. So I feel like the White House at the back.
Oh, Marlene Dietrich. That's right. That's who it was. Yeah, I get those two ladies mixed up. All right, well, let's see what happened.
My pendulum's saying that it was returned. I'm going to throw a few cards on it, though. Oops.
Yeah, it was returned. I see them handing it to Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a funny thing that popped into my head. Spirits being is very, very funny today.
Don't you love it when your guides show you messages from their humor?
Yes, yes.
There's some people that I can feel channeling their guides, and just some guides are so funny, like Jen from Jen's World. I can just hear her guides laughing, and it, she's so funny and she's so connected with them.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, they've been throwing me really, really funny messages. Like the other night on Ron's channel, he said, "Tell her to fucking get out of her head." And I went, I can't say that. And they said, "Yes, you can." So I did. And actually, the theme of the night for a lot of those readings was "Get out of your head."
Yeah, it could be so hard, and it's even something that I've been working on a lot lately, is not getting in my own way and really just quieting my own mind and not overthinking stuff. But yeah, I get that it was returned. Are you throwing some cards on it, Sharon?
No, I checked in.
Okay.
I mean, I can. I think it was returned.
I think it was
all right,
returned.
let me see. Was it? Yeah, I mean, I saw it being handed to Biden. So he's handed to Biden, and he's just shaking his head.
You're right. I can see that.
What a jerk! What a jerk! Yes, Juno, the black sheriff says, "Wait, will I whip this out?" These are all lines. Do you know what, though, from that movie, all the cowboys farting, I don't know if they do it now, but for years they would silence the farts.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yet it was okay to beat up an old lady.
Oh, wow.
I know.
All right.
Okay. Did he receive it? Was it returned to the White House? Yes. I've got the 6 of Swords. Yep. Brought it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the judgment announcement and the bus going back, you know. Yeah. It was taken back with the chariot. I see that as like the bus going back to the White House.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for the question, Chris.
Yes, good question. And Chris, I cracked up at the visual because it just reminded me of Harvey Korman.
Right. Hey, Cindy. Oh,
well, pets and animals reincarnate, do they remember their previous life experience, or do they have amnesia like humans?
My guides are saying yes. I feel like their vibrations are almost they're higher than humans. They still have their lessons that they learn in this lifetime. It's a lot different than our experience, but I feel like they do remember past lives.
When I read that, I thought about Merlin, my cat. He's 1.5 years. And it's really interesting. The last cat I have, she was amazing. Her name was Miss Foxy Lady. I didn't give her that name. The shelter gave her that name, and I kept it. We used to just call her Foxy or Miss Foxy. It's very cute. She was a beautiful, beautiful. Just a minute. I'll show you a picture. Okay. It'll be easy to find because it's in my favorites.
Thank you, Vivian.
You see her?
Aw. I like the little tuxedo spotting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so tuxedo cat. And we always had a red collar on her. Anyways, so I got her at 1.5 years, but she died suddenly at 6 years old with a blood clot.
Oh.
It was a horrible, painful death for her. It was in her spine, and her back end became paralyzed, and she was in a lot of pain, so much pain she was throwing up. It was just awful. Yeah. But anyways, I've had quite a few thoughts that with Merlin. First of all, he's 1.5 years. When I got Miss Foxy, and it's funny when we got him, he was immediately comfortable.
Yeah.
And he reminds me so much of her. So anyways, I asked guides, I said, is Merlin reincarnated, version of Miss Foxy? And look at the card I got.
Yeah. It's because of that connection with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel that way about my little dog George. He was my first dog, and just such a special bond that I know that there's had to have been many past lives together with.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Yeah.
but yeah, I do feel
I
like
know
they.
yeah. I yeah, Miss Foxy, I sobbed, Kevin. I sobbed for 2 days.
Yeah.
My daughters were checking in on me. "Are you okay, Mom?" You know, they were upset too because she
Mhm.
was only 6.
Yeah.
But the message I got was, "No, I need to leave. I've done my job with you."
Mhm.
And so, and actually it gave me a lot of freedom to go off on my motorcycle and, you know, not have to worry about any animals. So, you know,
Right.
so I was quite a few years without a cat, but then the rats started to get into my attic. So I thought, okay, I need a ratter,
One.
and he's taking care of that. Aw, Juno had a dog named Merlin. He passed in 2008. Yeah.
I just had a reading with somebody.
Aw.
I don't remember who it was, but I remember, she was very upset about losing her dog because there was such a special bond between them. And as I was channeling, the dog did tell me that she wasn't ready quite yet, but if she did decide to get another dog, to call out to her, and that he would come back and be her companion again.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Oh, Miss Shake. Yeah, people are talking about all the pets they've lost. Lost my
Yeah.
border collie Kino in 2014. Still can't get another. Yeah, that was another thing where I was years
Hey, Jane.
before I got another cat. Hey, Jane, nice to see you. Yeah, Jane's coming on my channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think we booked it. Jane, did we actually book it? If not, we need to take care of that. Oh, you lost Jane. You lost your dog in June.
Aw.
Aw. Yeah, she said yes. I'm excited. All right, I'm excited too. I know
Jane, if you want, I have you as a moderator. Go ahead and post your link in the chat.
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, she gets up early.
Great.
Like Jane, I'm sorry I don't get up early. The one time the one time that well, I'm retired. No, I
Yeah.
stay up late, and
Yeah.
I get my 7.5, 8 hours. It's just I stay up late because I can, Kevin.
Yeah. I used to be a night owl, especially when I would serve, like 5, 6 days a week. Because by the time you get home, it's midnight, and you're not ready to go to bed, right when you get home. So I'd normally stay
Exactly.
up till 3 or 4. But
Exactly. Whoa, really, Juno? Cool.
oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah, Jane says she goes to bed early. Yeah, well, of course, I was, for how many years, 40 plus years teaching, tied to a schedule and that kind of thing. And I used to get up early, but now I just stay up late and I'll go down the YouTube hole, right?
Yeah.
or I'm reading reading political stuff. I mean, I don't I read the headlines. Like I get the Washington Post, and often just the headlines tells me what's going on. And I
Right.
watch the odd clip, but I'm not tied to the news. I don't listen to the news or watch the news on TV. So, all right,
I
next
can do it in
question.
moderation, but
Yeah,
not so
but
much
I'll
anymore.
read. But at night, then in the late hours, I'll. It's not late for me. It's just my schedule has shifted. Okay, Supreme Court allowing Republican.
Well, Kias, we read on that. We feel like it was returned back to the White House. All right. So Supreme Court allowing Republican gerrymandering in Alabama. How will it affect 2022? I'm not getting it's going to be a huge effect on 2022. I don't see it
I
like a
think
lot
this,
of other states are going the same route. And you know, Alabama is one of the reddest states in the U.S., so I don't really see it taking a big effect right now.
there's going to be some close races, though.
Yeah, there will be some.
I see them. Yeah, I looked and I saw the green check and the red. You know, so the green check was for the Dems winning, and the Repugs was the X. But I saw it kept going back and forth between green and the red. So
Oh wow.
there's going to be some close races. Yeah. Okay.
Where's the truck? Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, I'll throw a few cards. Yeah, that one time I saw you, Jane, live, I just happened to wake up. Oh, I woke up to go pee, and my phone said you'd gone on live, so I thought, oh, I'll check in. And it was really I was delighted with your channel, and I love your energy. Just love it. All right, I'm just going to mute myself while I shuffle.
What was that, Faye? You said, Kevin, I am so glad R said no twice. I don't know what you mean.
Maybe their state said no to gerrymandering.
Oh, Ohio, yes. Yeah. And that's what I feel like, too. Most of the states, I don't see it really being a big issue. I don't know. I don't really feel all that worried about it. I think it's all going to play it out.
I don't feel worried about it either. You know, so the first, let me see what it says on the bottom here. Well, the energy of the reading is moving to calmer waters. So I have a feeling it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And then the first one, the first card is Temperance. And what I got from that was, you know, again, the race is going back and forth, right? There's going to be some really tight races. I mean, the Republicans are trying to affect it by doing this, right? They're trying to do something underhanded. I see it as this is actually upside down. But I think the Dems are going to get some seats. Here's the Queen of Wands.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think actually it's going to be more balanced. I think they'll get some seats. We'll get some seats. And I see that. I see the Six of Wands, and I feel that's more. Yeah, but I feel it's not the Republicans. I think it's more. I think the Democrats are going to make progress. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not, you know, Dems are not going to take the whole state, but I'm thinking about the elections in November. You know, your
yeah. That's what I read on the wall as well.
Yeah, your state representatives. Yeah. You know, you remember, sorry, I'm Canadian, so I keep thinking members of parliament. Your, I know, you know, in the House of Representatives. I feel, yeah, I feel there's going to be, we're going to pick up some, is what I feel. It's not, it's, yeah, of course, the Dems are not going to, it's a very red state, as you said, but I think the Dems are going to make some inroads there.
Well, I got the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So, and I've always said too, I do feel like it's almost fated that Democrats are going to stay in control for for like the next decade, because, you know, we needed Trump to expose so much before we could really start healing and moving on.
I also got this card, and I see this as the Dems, you know, you know, the party that takes care of people, or, you know, I mean, they're better than the Republicans. I mean, I wish all this wheeling and dealing would go away, but and of course, and going back to actually doing work in the Senate and the House of Representatives instead of this, party rhetoric all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next question?
So I'm going to finish my reading real quick, if that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay. But no, I definitely feel like it's faded. I think it is going to be close. I feel more so in the House. I've always felt that it's going to be almost like 50-50 split, just kind of like how we are now. I do feel net gains in the Senate for the Democrats because they have that victory. And my Republican card traditionally is the 10 of Cups, but I got this in reverse. So I see the Republicans upside down, and that they have to go within and regroup. So I feel like I don't feel like it's going to really affect the elections too much.
No.
The Alabama, I'm not worried about it. I'm really not.
Did you say you said 50-50? You thought it
It's
was
not
going
going
to
to
be
be 50-50.
50-50?
There's going to be just a slight lead, and I think for the Democrats in the House.
Yeah.
Because I think right now, I think
Yeah,
we
they're
have like
just
a
going
net
to.
8-10 seats for the
Okay.
Democrats. I think it's going to be pretty similar to where
Right.
we're at right now.
Okay.
What are you picking up? Are you feeling the same, or do you feel like I feel in the Senate we're going to get gains?
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling that the Dems are going to make, have some foothold in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
It is a red state, but they are going to win some seats. So
yeah. Right.
Miss Shea Kitty says, I recall Debbie and Lisa saying Democrats will take the House and Senate in 2022, shocking the world. Yeah, here we go. Oh, here's Canadian question. Do you know what's going on in
No, if you could explain it to me better, I would appreciate that. I think I answered a similar question to Mel's on Mel's.
Well, what happened was what happened was thousands of truckers. I mean, they want the COVID mandates removed, like wearing masks and particularly vaccinations.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the U.S. isn't accepting people without vaccinations, and neither are I, or are we. And of course, the trucks go back and forth. We have such trade going back and forth between the United States and Canada. But what these guys they're fighting against it, and thousands of truckers came from all over the country, and I think some from the U.S. as well. And they parked themselves right in front of our Parliament buildings, which is like parking yourself right in front of the White House. So they've completely blocked off that street that, there's a street that goes, and there's the Parliament buildings. They've blocked that entirely with their big rigs and also other adjacent streets. And the people that live downtown, they're going crazy because these truckers are honking all night and fireworks going off and loud music and dancing. And anyways, it's just been, they're causing a big ruckus. Now I see it says that, the people who started the fire and barred the doors of that apartment building in Ottawa be caught in the front. That is horrible. Okay, let's read on that. I
got a big guess that they'll be caught and that they'll be thrown in jail.
Thanks, Renee. Renee says she's enjoying our readings.
Yeah.
Yes, Jane, it is awful. I mean, these poor people, they're interviewing these tenants and said, you can hear it. Even though the patio door is closed in their apartment, you can hear all the ruckus outside. And when you get constant noise, torture. There's torture methods where they play blast music, right? 24/7 to break people down.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine what it's doing to the residents in the downtown core. It's and
I'm going to throw in that situation, but I feel that they're going to be caught and they will be arrested.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll throw some cards. I'm using the Crow deck for them.
Yeah, let them have it, Sharon.
I agree, Mimi. They should lock them up. You know, they can't even remove them because I read an article on it from the CBC News that the tow trucks uh, would have difficulty removing these big rigs. I mean, you need a huge rig
Yeah.
to remove them. What happens is the engine brakes all lock on all the tires. So it's really hard to remove them. There is a workaround, but it's quite involved. And the other thing is that the big tow truck people, the drivers don't want to have anything to do with it. So, you know, they're in sympathy with the big rig, you know, the convoy people. So, you know, so there's Trudeau's stuck. They can't even, you know, and also the chief of police and the mayor of Ottawa, they're stuck because they can't remove them.
I don't know what they end up doing, but I do see that the trucks are leaving the city. So I think it's going to be moving in that way shortly. Oh, thank you so much, Renee. Blessings to you.
What's going to happen here?
Were some of these people paid off to cause such a ruckus? Is that something that people are talking about?
They had a GoFundMe and they raised yeah, they raised tons of money. I think 1.2 million, or might have even been more.
They were paid to do this.
Yeah.
There was big money coming in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, even Ted Cruz has been mouthing off about it.
No shocker there.
In support.
Such an idiot.
Okay. I feel they will be caught. I mean, I've got the 4 wands here. I mean, disgusting that they would go after people's homes. I mean, you know, not going to stand for that. And the 4 of, that's awful. In people's homes and where they sleep, you know, the danger of I see that this crow actually, the danger of them dying actually. But I see that the 10 of cups, it will turn out all right. Queen of Swords, justice, they will be caught. This is the 9 of Swords, but to me, it's these 2 crows that are behind bars. So yes, they will be brought to justice because you don't. Here's a crow with he's on the nest. You don't muck with a person's home and their life. And the Page of Pentacles. There's another yes. Oh, disgusting. Oh, and the energy of the reading is the Death card. Yeah, and I see that truly is death. Yeah, there's a change, but also I see it. You know, they were mucking around with people's lives. That's so disgusting.
I read on like the whole situation rather than the question because I did feel that the people, you know, starting the fire and trying to lock them in their apartments. I definitely see them being caught. I got a big yes on that. But I definitely see that there was a lot of sneakiness and they were paid to do so. So this was something that was planned way in advance. There's a lot more to it. And a lot of people were saying it's far-right related. I agree.
Yeah, and Sheila says Wexit from the West says raise 10 million. Oh, I didn't realize it was that much money. Oh my gosh. And Chris says they're now giving them, they're going to throw some fines under the Motor Vehicle Act and at the CCC. And the CCC, I don't know what that is. It was found out they were from a far-right group from the US. Yes. Yeah, I know there's Americans involved for sure. It's all again trying to you know, create this chaos, the far right. Yeah.
I do see it's a very sad situation for some people, especially, you know, the people that lost their homes. They're out in the cold. But I do feel that there is some justice coming, and the Knight of Wands for me is always like the Democratic Party. So, and you know, Canada is more on the liberal side. So I see that, you know, the Democrats yours is the Liberal Party coming in and really standing up to this. They're not going to take it anymore. And my guide showed me that they will be leaving here soon, that it's not going to occur for too much longer. But what an awful situation.
Well, you know, and that the two people that started the fire, I mean, you know, two crazies, right?
Yeah.
They're certainly not helping whatever cause they think they have. You know, it's far more than them fighting against vaccines. It's just, it's the right again.
Yeah.
Fighting against authority.
I mean, that's people's, you know, all their belongings in their home and everything, and just causing all that disruption and chaos.
Yeah. And I saw last week I saw a video of two senior women. They weren't walking together. They came from different parts of the street, but it was a big dump truck coming down their street. I mean, and it was part of the convoy.
Yeah.
They're tired of all these trucks coming down their street, and she had her groceries. One woman put them down, and she just walked into the middle of the street. And then another woman saw what she was doing. They stood in the street, and they went like this, like, we do not believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, fucking get a life. Oh, excuse me.
You're okay.
Okay. What's the next question?
This one. Oh, okay.
Do you know, Renee says must find a way of stop funding. Yeah, there was a thing where GoFundMe said he was going to refund all the donations, but they've retracted on that now.
So Renee says Mitch McConnell just made a statement that he disagrees with RNC censure of Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. Is this the split of the GOP, and what's going to be the fallout from this? Yes. And like I've said before, I've always felt, especially after midterm elections, we're going to literally see the Republican Party fracture into two. And I think that that's a big reason why, you know, Democrats stay in control. I feel like for like, you know, like 20s into the 2020s, for that whole decade, I really feel like, you know, they might lose like a house, you know, but the Democrats are going to stay in the presidency, and we're going to get a lot of stuff done. But because of the party fracturing, you're going to have the crazies, and that will die out eventually. I mean, you always have some, you know, big conspiracy theorists. But then you'll have like Liz Cheney. I think I had a question. Is she going to be the leader of the new conservative party? And I feel that she will be. The Republican Party is going to have to rebrand and brainstorm how that they can actually step away from all this craziness and actually have a platform to stand on, because they don't even have a platform right now.
Yeah. Okay. So I read on will this split the GOP, and yes.
Yeah.
It's going to really, yeah, I've got it's the start of it. I've got the 8 of Swords here. And then of course I've got loss. Here's the 5 of Cups and death. So there's going to come major changes and judgment. These are very powerful cards. Judgment. And then there's going to be, I think you're right. I think Liz Cheney is going to lead the new GOP, or maybe they'll call it a different party, but Queen of Pentacles, I see her leading it. And then Nine of Cups to be, you know, much better for them. And then Knight of Swords, I see them as, you know, truly starting to work on matters of justice, and that's get some work done. But yeah, I think it is the start of the split.
I think that the Republican Party, you know, a decade out from now, is actually going to be a decent party. It's not going to be so, you know, divisive and have all that hateful, nasty rhetoric. They're actually going to get some stuff done, and we're going to see some bipartisanship action, which has been needed for so long.
And that's what I see with the Knight of Swords. I see them, you know, okay, let's get her done.
Thanks, Chris.
But yeah, that was a nice compliment. Sure. Thank you. I like reading with Kevin.
Yes, we always have a good time.
He's my buddy. Okay. What's the next? Okay, so what's the next? Oh,
This is a fun one. Let's
I
see.
just saw. Do you know what I saw? Just immediately.
Yeah.
I just saw this very deep black clouds, like right in front of my face, just black.
Yeah. Need some sage after reading on them.
Oh, thanks, Jane. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, might help if I get a third question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, Faye. I haven't read on that.
Cash Peters said that Liz Cheney will be the president. Wow.
It won't be in this decade. It might be in the 2030s.
No.
We can throw on it and you know, I'll star it.
Okay. I'll use a different deck. Will Liz Cheney ever be president?
I'll do that. We'll get right back to your question.
I'm not a well, I'm Canadian, but anyways, you know, my politics are liberal, so I swing between, you know, liberal federally, and in our province, it used to be a card-carrying liberal in British Columbia. Chris Wickens will remember this. The Liberals used to be truly liberal, but then they got into power. There was another power called the SoCred Party, Social Credit. We call them SoCreds, and they were very much the right, the ultra right. Anyways, we in BC, in British Columbia, the way we vote is we vote people out. We don't vote for people. We vote against the other party. Anyways, so the Liberals came in, but they became just like the Socreds. They went so far to the right. So I burnt my card. So I'm NDP, which is New Democratic Party. I'm, you know, voted teachers, of course, definitely voted for NDP in the last election. But what I was going to say is, what I'm leading to is, I don't agree with some of Liz Cheney's policies, but I get a really good vibe from her. And despite being Republican, I get a really good vibe from her, and I so admire her standing up. I certainly do not like her father.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I personally probably could never vote for Liz Cheney. She is way too conservative for my liking. I mean, she's conservative.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm being too optimistic. Yeah, here KS says Liz Cheney is no angel. She's racist and homophobic, even though her sister is gay. Well,
she's came out against that so far, but it definitely took her a long time to do that. But
well, because she was towing the party line, right?
Yeah. I think that's what it was, really. But I can respect Liz Cheney for, you know, standing up for what's right and being so crazy. Right? So I appreciate her in that sense. I would never want her to be our president because she's just way too conservative for me.
Yeah. Yes, Jane. Yes. Okay. The February the 26th. Sorry, I could have verified that, but my calendar is in the next room. Chris says she thinks Cheney will run, but will not win.
Yeah, I'm not feeling her winning, but it could be that she wins and it's, you know, 10 to 20 years out, and I'm just not feeling it. But
okay. And Cash Peters sometimes is wrong. You know, we all can make mistakes.
We can all be wrong.
Okay. Almost Cheney ever become president.
I'm not saying it.
No.
She's definitely going to try to run eventually. She's working.
She is. Yeah.
She's crafting that run. And, you know, she might be a shining star for the Republican Party. I feel like she may win the nomination, but won't win against the Democrat.
Exactly.
That's what I just got. There's too much negativity in the Republican Party when she runs with the devil in the future. And, she'll have to go within with the Hermit above. And then I had the Nine of Swords. So I'm not getting any like the Sun or like any really big yes cards. I feel like it would be very hard for her to do it. But she is in the works to run.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh, really? Chris says Liz Cheney has so many control issues and anger management issues. Well, there you go. And Jane says, yeah, I mean, about us readers making mistakes, the energy changes. I mean, you're reading the present energies, and people have free will. So things can change.
Or delay them.
Yeah.
That's why timing's so hard.
Exactly. So what I got was, I don't think she's going to make it. Here's the energy of the reading, the Three of Swords. She definitely is going to run. Here's the Queen, the King of Swords. And, but she's not going to win. She's going to be left out in the cold. I mean, because, the Republicans are not for the average person. And, the general public, they're not buying it. They just see her, the King of Pentacles, they will see her as the usual Republican kind of thing. Here's the devil. And I don't see this as victory. I see there's just too many things she's tied to that's going to block that victory. So that's what I get. The energy now. I mean, we're reading very far out right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like too, while I admire her standing up for what's right.
Absolutely.
The crazies in the party are never going to vote for Liz Cheney. They're not going to ever vote for her. So I don't think she'll be able to get enough support to actually win, the presidency. I don't see that happening.
Well, I see her winning the nomination. I think she could win the nomination. Yeah. And remember, the crazies are still a very small minority, like the Trumpsters. They're small, but they're just very loud and obnoxious, and that's why they get attention. And quite frankly, as much as I hate to say it, Trump did hit a nerve among the common working people. They weren't happy with the status quo, and I do believe that Trump was brought on the scene. That was the plan, so that his famous thing in his campaigning was, "I'm going to drain the swamp, of the swamp monsters." Well, yeah, he did, but he showed all the swamp monsters, the Republican and the Democrat. So he even though it's been really, really hard for us, this had to happen, because if it went to Hillary Clinton, it would just be status quo, and things need to be shaken up. Yeah. Things need to be shaken up.
She would have had the presidency, and she would have lost the House and the Senate, like Trump had done.
Exactly.
Nothing would have gotten done. And so we really kind of needed that big wake-up call. And I think we needed, too, to actually heal a lot of the racism and,
exactly,
that bigotry.
All those festering wounds were, yes, maybe he is the swamp.
Yeah, he is the swamp.
But that the silver lining is that we had to see all that. Americans and Canadians too had become far too complacent, and you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got back to this. Yeah, I saw that big black. It was like a tarry.
Did it come back up again?
Cloud. Yes, right away. Okay.
Well, I'm going to share some of my hits, because I actually just read on this last week. And because I had read on it because Linda G had said that she saw, for entertainment purposes only,
yes, for
maybe, thank you.
Go ahead.
She had saw maybe Junior overdosing or something big, something really big coming up for him.
Oh yeah.
And so I read on it, and then I further deep dived into it, and the energy around that was you know, Jared, or not Jared, Junior is really stressed out and worried because he knows that the family's going to try to use him as the scapegoat for everything. And when I was reading on Ivanka's energy, I feel like if she hasn't already, she will very soonly be giving up all of that information for New York.
You know what? Linda G and some other readers, and this was years ago, they said a woman would bring down Trump. And I immediately thought back then, Ivanka.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Me
years
too.
ago. Yeah. Thank you, Stone Marble. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, S. Ted Gelt or Gelt. Says you guys are great together. Yes, we are kindred souls. I so enjoy being with Kevin.
Yeah. We mean you have a really good connection when we read. Like, I feel like the energy is just very similar. And that's why a lot of times when we're talking too, like, you know, I'll say exactly what you're about to say. Like, you're stumped for the word, and I already know because we're almost on the same wavelength. I read that way with Kathy as well.
Yeah, I used to have a friend back when in my early 30s, and we were so connected that we never completed sentences. Like, people around us had no idea what we were talking about. One guy, I was on the ferry with this friend going to Vancouver Island, and it's about an hour and a half trip. You know, Chris knows that we'd be well acquainted with that. But anyways, so we're in the cafeteria on the boat, and so he's just sitting there watching us. And after about half an hour, he says to us, I have absolutely no idea what you guys are talking about. He said, you complete each, you know, you guys speak in half sentences. And what happens is we'd speak, you know, start to speak, and the rest of it was telepathic. We were very telepathic.
This is what Chris had to say about it, because
I said that I just saw it. Yeah, gay people rule. Yeah. Well, we're very sensitive.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we've gone through struggle, and we've had to, well, for me, I'm speaking of myself. I didn't come out till age 49. I was tired of living a lie. And I had to live my life authentically, or else I was going to die. I was literally going to die. So we're very sensitive people, and because we are who we are, you know, we've embraced that and live our lives authentically. I think we're very sensitive people too.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And Karina says you two have a great flow and mesh well. Oh, so Ted is listening from Germany, Berlin. Fantastic. I've always wanted to go to Germany. Do you know there's a soap opera that I watch that's from Germany. It's just clips from this particular soap opera. It's called it's Forbidden Love in English. But anyways, but there's clips are you know storylines of this lesbian storylines that I've watched over the years. And anyways, I've always wanted to go to Germany. Besides, I want to go to Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Kevin, that's what we need to do.
Are we going on a road trip to to Germany? We can go live from Germany with our big beer and our brats.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I'm going to read on Ivanka, just because that's what Spirit's pulling me to read on.
Okay, I'm going to read on Junior. Hey, Ms. B from Oslo, Norway. I have a very good friend who's from there. Oh, Seattle Derby fan. Seattle Derby fan. I haven't seen you for ages. Nice to see you. Yes, yes. Germany will not sacrifice Nord Stream 2. Yeah, I think you're right there.
Shocker there. Does anybody know off the top of their head what Junior's sign is? Is he a Capricorn? I think he is. Or that could be Jared. Because she's throwing an earth sign down, and I feel like it's either her husband or her brother. Actually, I feel like it's her brother.
And we have Cinda. We have Cinda from Finland. Oh, I love it that we're getting all these people from Europe. Oh yeah, Jane says he's a Cap. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Michelle.
Of course, I get the Devil card representing Ivanka, and it's in reverse, so it's very, very dark in this deck, being chained to the Devil, and lots of burdens coming her way and the family's way. The energy crossing is the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like that's Junior having to retreat. That could even be like him really being interrogated and investigated harshly. Ivanka's exposing all of that corruption with the Sun and the Hierophant reverse. The the bad leader. That is all coming to light. And also really feeling stuck and at a crossroads on sharing the family money and everything that she knows. Her world and even her whole family life, everything that she knows is going to be upside down with this Ace of Cups reversed. I feel like the whole family, there is not a lot of love coming their way. So it does not look good for her.
No. Yeah, Chris, I want to go to Europe as well.
Yes, I have fans everywhere. Love it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Helsinki is a huge, huge city. Yeah. I watched a TV series from I think it was Denmark. It was called Borgen, which means the castle in Danish. Mm-hmm. But basically, that's where the government was situated. On one side of the big, beautiful, old building, a gorgeous building. One half was the Queen's residence, and the other half was like the White House. Where government was held. It was it was a series based on, and it was fictional, but it was based on a woman prime minister, a woman that used to be prime minister of Denmark. It's a great series. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. What I get is okay, the energy of the reading for Don Jr. I get the Six of Swords, but I see it reversed. There's stormy waves here. He's not going. Look, I don't see any smooth water at all in that in that card. Yeah, no, he's going down, And the first card up is the devil. I mean, his addictions and also being tied to his dad. I mean, he's always wanted to impress his dad. He's never been able to. His, Ivanka's the favorite. And he just can't do anything to impress his father. His father thinks he's an idiot. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Right.
And the Fool. I just see him as a very young spirit who just does things impulsively. And so, it's not surprising that he's got all these addictions, including addicted to trying to impress his father. I get the Eight of Pentacles, and that's where I get he's really worked hard to impress his father, but it's sad,
actually.
In fact, this Raven here, I see that as Trump picking on him, constantly picking at him. And justice is going to get him. I mean, there's going to be, Trump is going to download a lot of this stuff on him, and he's going to have to pay the price. And, retreat. I see that as, either going to jail but also I also see it could be death, he very well could die of an overdose. In fact, when it first turned into him and it looked, he had the white powder all over his face. So it's not a good scene. He tried to be the star, that whole family, but it's now this way. They're going down. And the message is justice is going to get him. His is the Page of Swords. So, and then the Five of Pentacles, great loss. So he's in for a rough time.
It's interesting. I'm still pretty new with this deck. I misread it when I had Don Jr.'s energy cross Ivanka's spread. It wasn't the Four of Swords that I got. It was the Eight of Swords in reverse. And so that is very
that's very much, yes. Yeah, he's going down. His father is throwing him under the bus for sure. Mama Bear pulled 3 cards: Judgment, Wands, and 3 of Swords.
Yeah.
Yep. Good on you. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. Ottawa is a beautiful city. I've never been to Montreal. I really want to go to Montreal because it's very European. I've been to Quebec City. It's very European too. And boy, being an empath, do I ever pick up energies from whatever city I visit? And Quebec City was incredible. All that history. It was amazing. Thanks, Stone Marble. Thanks, Viviani. Are watching.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
YouTube does that for whatever reason. Yes, everyone, if you're watching, please let's go support Sharon and go over to Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. I have it in the description box, and Stone Marble just posted her link if you would be so kind to go subscribe to her channel.
Thank you. Yeah, check your subscriptions because YouTube's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. And on Nasty Women, we went down by about 30 or something, and we couldn't figure out why. Now it's starting to come back up again.
It's like it goes up and down, and it goes down so much that that it can't possibly be like, I made this person mad, like, if you lost like 1 or 2, but when you lose 20 in like a day or two, like for no reason, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we lost 30 and it didn't come back up for months. Yeah. And I think, our audience on the Nasty Women, I mean, I don't think we offend any of our crew. Right. They know what we're all about.
Right.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry. Thanks, Karina. Nice. Thank you to check that. Thank you, Cinda. Thank you very much. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, I do have a public announcement, public service announcement. Our Nasty Women Tarot Lounge Tuesday is canceled for today because Lisa is traveling back from LA. I think she got in very, 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 very late last night. So she's going to be too tired to do it. I mean, and we have to have lots of energy. We have to be really up to do the Tarot Lounge. So we'll be back next week for sure.
All right. So Dishes and Stitches asks, Geologists are watching ground swells around Three Sisters volcano in Oregon. Something like this related to one of my 2023 predictions. Yeah, I did feel that there would be a volcano eruption. I felt like it was in Oregon, but I felt like it might be not this year, but next year or the following. Well, we can throw some cards on that. I didn't throw any cards on the weather predictions. So. I have a bunch of questions starred, but I am actually starting to get a little tired, so I probably do one or two more questions after this if Sharon feels up to it. We've been on for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Ted. Thanks for going over to my channel. I appreciate that.
That's so weird.
Oh, Chris says there was 4 small earthquakes last night near Sydney, Australia, in the ocean.
At least they were small. It's weird because I asked. Go ahead, Sharon.
I was just going to say, in early January, there was a great rumbling here. Felt it. I was upstairs in my bedroom, and I was kind of awake. I was having kind of a fitful night, and it happened about 4:15 in the morning. All of a sudden, my windows shook. I could feel, and this deep, 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 sound of rumbling. This very deep sound, and it was very deep. I can't even replicate it. And then, kaboom! Just this really. That shook everything. Shook and it happened actually in the ocean, but just only like 10 miles away from where I was located.
Well, yeah, and I feel like there's just so much activity, especially around the Ring of Fire, and you would very much
in the
be
Ring
in
of Fire
area. Yeah,
we're in that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it was interesting because I asked if that volcano that I predicted, if it was the Three Sisters, and I got a yes. It wasn't really moving, but then when I asked if it was erupting this year, it was literally like pulsating, like shaking, like an earthquake, like rather than spinning. It was very weird how it just did that.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like that was the one I was talking about because I got a yes for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling anything like catastrophic with it.
No.
Like another Mount St. Helens or anything like that. So not to scare anybody.
No.
I'm not feeling.
No, I feel the what's happening now is it's trying to balance itself out. It's trying to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think we're okay for now.
I'm going to throw just a couple deck of characters, see if I get anything extra to add.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't really use this deck too much. It's something that I'm still working with. So sometimes I feel like it really resonates, or sometimes I don't get it at all.
Oh, wow. Faye says, I subscribed to Kevin's channel. I went to say something and it said I needed to be a subscriber to chat. I need to resubscribe. Yeah, so there is. Yeah. Yes, yes, Ted. Kevin's voice is really, really good, and his voice. He's really good, and his voice is calming. He's calming. That's right. So,
Thank you.
what am I? Chopped liver?
I can't stand the sound of my voice, but I don't remember who told me. Somebody told me that they hear a lot of angelic resonance, and angels really resonate.
Oh wow! So. Very cool. Very cool. So Ted, I'll make my voice lower, okay? Just for you.
Balance it out.
Yeah, I asked, will it blow? And I've got the hangman, so it's not going to be anytime soon.
A little bit delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really getting a whole lot with my cards. I do think that was the one I was saying. But like I said, I think I said in my prediction, I didn't feel like it was going to happen this year. It may happen next year or the following year. But yeah, I get the stereo with that, so that's kind of like that rumbling.
Oh, the rumbling, yeah.
And
yeah, I feel the rumbling is releasing energy. Yeah, the rumbling is releasing energy, so that's what I mean. It's kind of balancing itself.
Mm-hmm.
So Jane says that was a sexy voice.
Ooh.
How are you doing, Jane?
Well, I had that in my prediction, Izzy. The one that I felt like was going to Alabama, I felt like it was going up the Florida Gulf Coast, and when it hits into the Panhandle, I felt just a lot of tornadoes from that storm, a lot of wind damage.
So Ted saw you on Mel's channel. That's why he's come over. That's great.
Who?
Oh, Jane says stop. Oh. Jane says stop. You're making me blush. I know you're married. It's okay. I'm all talk anyway.
All right.
All right. What's the next question?
Yeah. Kind of answered that one already. This one's kind of interesting because I was on Mel's channel and I said that I felt DeSantis is going to be pulled into the Matt Gaetz scandal.
Interesting. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to look.
Yeah, I got a yes on that. And I'm not feeling like he was directly involved with the actual trafficking. What I just picked up is that he had a lot of information that he was holding on to. And not
Jane. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. No, that's all I was just saying as I was tuning in. That's what I was picking up. Not so much that he was implicit in the acts, but covering up a lot of that information. And that might have been why the sentencing for Gaetz and, him really getting in trouble was delayed for so long. Because I felt like he should have been arrested last summer.
Oh, yeah. I always saw, and this was like a year ago, I saw Max or Gaetz.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him running down the hallway. And it seemed like it was in. Now he's not there anymore. He's with Trump now and running his media.
No, he's still in the house. That's
Devin Nunes. Yeah, right. Anyways, I always saw Max Gaetz being chased down the hallway in the place of governance, and the police are tackle him, handcuff him, and he's squealing like a pig.
Yeah,
that's the
looks
vision
like
I saw. So Jane's getting a yes on that too. I just wanted to acknowledge what Jane said. She says, Jane says, like you, Sharon, I came out to my mother when I was 40. She told me no and put me right back in that closet. Well, Jane, come on out.
It's more fun out of the closet.
I just said that. You took it right out of me. I was whispering, it's fun out here, Jane. It's fun. And I was 49 when I finally did it. And oh my God. I mean, I'm being me, right?
Yeah.
Jane, you can fly up here. You're kind of cute.
It's just very nice to, be your true, authentic self. And I mean, I didn't come out until after I graduated. I think I told a couple of my really close friends, like my senior year in high school. And for me,
well, that's early.
Yeah,
that's
but a lot of, but now, I mean,
true.
It's not, there's kids that know when they're young and they're not so so ashamed of it or hide from it.
Exactly. I know my daughter's is bi.
Mm-hmm.
She's had relationships with both sexes. Oh, I'm sorry, George. Yeah, Sharon's cam is so fuzzy that she looks like a ghost. Yeah, sorry. I'm on satellite here. I'm so far off the main road on 33 acres in my cabin in the woods that and the satellite feed has really slowed down since COVID hit. And so that's why you're getting that. I don't think I can change anything about that. Just let me check to see if sometimes the pixels change on it. Just a minute. Let's see if I can fix that. No, it's on the highest definition. I could put it on, but it's the feed.
Sheila, if you want, go ahead and post your channel link.
Miss Shay Kitty says my sister's 80 and still hasn't come out, even though the entire family knows. Wow.
Some people just can't accept it. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm throwing cards on to Satan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Chris did not have a good time when she was rejected by her mother at age 15.
It's hard.
Yeah. Sheila Edwards says, your voice is lovely, Sharon. Quieter today than you were on The Nasty Women. Well, yeah, it's a total different energy when Lisa and I get together and we're being silly.
I'm a little calmer too.
Totally different. Well, I'm like this on with other readers too. It's just another side of me, and that's why I started my new channels, because there are other facets to me, not just the nasty women.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it's a cover up. You get the Hangman representing the Satan, so trying to change the perspective in the secrets crossing. So, like him covering up the secret,
yeah,
to avoid that loss. He's got the tower above him. It's going to be explosive, big news. Like I'm seeing breaking news headlines with this. It is going to be huge. I also feel like he was there, like suppressing the women from talking, because with the tower, I get the Queen of Pentacles, and then right next to it, I get the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So I kind of feel like these women that were, trafficked, like they weren't allowed to speak, I feel like. And that he was involved in that somehow. I felt very strongly last summer that Matt Gaetz should have been arrested. And we still haven't seen it yet. And I feel like he had something to do with that.
Yeah. With Gates as well, I thought the arrest was imminent when I saw that vision. But you're right,
Yeah,
the energy changed on it. Yeah.
it's going to happen. It was just delayed. And at the bottom of my deck, I got the devil, all the evil. The evil ruler is going to get his karma. So he'll get his. And that's what that could very well be why I see just the Satan out of Florida, because I feel a
Yeah.
woman coming in for Florida. Who? What's
Yeah,
his
I
family?
got
Go ahead,
what's
Sharon.
that?
Somebody
Oh,
said
it's
it's
his
his
family
family money.
money. Yes, he comes from a very rich family. In fact, they call him his father's very powerful. I don't know if he's still around, but anyways, when he came into government, they call him Baby Gates.
Oh yeah, I knew
His
Gates
dad's
came
very
from.
powerful.
I
Yeah.
thought she was talking about
Um,
the thing.
so 5 of Cups I see with DeSantis. Yeah. It's not going to be good
Satan.
for him. The King of Cups is next, but I see it reversed. So yeah, he was involved. I don't know. Maybe he was involved in some of he was involved in the trafficking in some way, but maybe behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I see as the girls, and yeah, I don't think he
I
was
don't think
directly
that's
involved,
going to
but
be so much exposed, though.
no, I
But
don't think
there was
so
a
either.
connection.
Yeah. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think Justice is going to catch up with him, and then the Ace of Swords. So that's a yes, for
Truth
sure.
coming up. Yeah.
Truth coming out. Truth revealed. So, yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to do one more question, and then I'm going to call it
Okay.
a day. I always have so much fun working with Sharon.
Oh, I love working with you. Jane says it could be that he knew about it, the
That's what
trafficking,
I
but
feel
didn't
like.
do anything. Yeah.
Cover up.
Yeah. Cover up. Oh, no. Seattle Derby fan says breaking news: Doug Emhoff, which is Kamala's husband,
Yeah.
was evacuated at a high school by U.S. Secret Service due to a bomb threat. Wow.
I don't know if I want to read on that so
Oh,
much.
oh no, it's just breaking news.
Yeah.
Michelle says that she thinks September Matt will be arrested.
Well, prayers for all of the kids and Doug Emhoff and everybody there. At least they're being evacuated. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Mimi. I think so too. I love my Kevin. I've got 2 wonderful Kevins in my life.
You do. It's so funny. I feel like when I'm in chat, Kevin won't be in there, Kevin the Healing Medium, and I will
Yeah.
be. And people be like, hey, Kevin the Healing Medium. Like, they get us confused all the time. I ask them, does that
Yeah, they
happen
do.
to you all the
Yeah.
time too? And he said, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
So Renee asked, how did Macron and Putin's meeting go yesterday? Macron had a particular look on his face, like, are you kidding me? Look. I don't really feel like the meeting was particularly productive. I don't think it solved anything, or they really got a whole lot of places with it. I think Putin's stuck in his ways and what he wants, and Macron was I feel like was pretty stern with him, and Putin's just in denial and just denying everything. I feel like that's what the look was from. That works, Faye. Yeah, Jane, it's very
Yeah,
sad.
I just tuned in and I saw them sitting across the table from one another, and Macron is saying, he's going like pounding the table with his finger saying, you can't do this, this is crazy, blah blah blah. He's really giving it to him, and Putin's like,
He wasn't hearing it.
Yeah, like what else is new?
Yeah, I don't feel like it was like a particularly productive meeting. I don't really feel like anything was really accomplished, but at least I think Macron probably told him where NATO and all of the allies stand on what he's doing, and was very firm with him. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I've always
I
felt
definitely saw that firmness. He wasn't holding anything back.
No. Eventually after Putin leaves, I think sometime this year or next year, I feel like it's happening here soon, I feel. And I've always felt the next leader that comes in is going to work with us a little bit better than what Putin does. I still don't see it being like all that corruption out of Russia, but he's not going to be in there for very long. And then the next leader, I see there's going to be a lot of building towards a really great relationship and ally with Russia. That's probably about a decade out, but I do feel Russia will eventually be a very strong ally to us.
I had to keep throwing a lot of cards here. Just the story kept going. Yeah, the energy of the reading is, the confusion here. I mean, this is what Putin's doing. He's creating a lot of chaos with the Seven of Cups here. Macron is saying with the Two of Swords, hey, buddy, like, here again with the blindfold and the crow. Hey, buddy, you're not seeing things, clearly. Like, yeah, you got to change your mind on this. It's not going to turn out good for you, believe me. And then I've got the Justice card, and here's Putin. Oh, there's the crown. Putin thinks he's King Putin, but the rest of the world is going to bring him down. There's the Justice. I mean, he's. Here's how Putin likes to go out on horseback, and in his bare chested, on his horseback. Yeah, well, this is him, the King of Wands. He's all show, he's all bluster, and this is Macron right here going, buddy, this is not going to turn out well for you. You got to listen. You got to listen. This is not good. You're good. They're going to get. You're going to be brought down. And the Three of Wands here in this card, the Crow deck. I see this as, Putin's not going to be able to hold back the tide. The tide is turning, and he's not going to be able to stop it. He is going to be run out of office for sure. I mean, not immediately, but he's going down.
Yeah.
And I get a yes on that. The Ace of Pentacles, because the getting back to the oligarchs, it's about money, and they're not happy. And here's the Nine of Pentacles, and again, this one here, I see this as the oligarch saying, you're interfering with our trade and that kind of stuff, which is our bottom line, and you're picking away at our prosperity, and we're not going to stand for it. Page of Swords, he was giving him definitely the message that, come on, the truth is coming out, and you're not going to be able to. The world is judging you. Judgment. Yeah. I just dropped a card.
Yeah, both of those cards.
Yeah. The world is judging you. You're doing a lot behind the scenes, but the world sees it anyway. You can't hide. And I see death. So that changes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Macron was very firm with him about, with the Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, about those huge sanctions coming in. And and there was also something exposed that that NATO and the allies know, that they revealed to Putin that they know, and it's kind of like a big game changer.
Right.
I feel like there was some
that must be
information
like,
that was given.
Yeah, that must be. Well, yeah, the Page of Swords. That would same thing. The information that was given.
Yeah.
You know, and the moon. Remember, I said he thinks we don't know what he's doing, but we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. You know, it's funny because Macron comes across as the Knight of Cups. You know, the calm,
Right.
calm knight, and Putin comes across as the impulsive ass, and
Yes.
and just ready to charge ahead.
Yes.
Because I got those in the final position, but I just think they were coming across as the two leaders, two knights.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
there's some big announcements coming out about Russia and Putin, and it's going to be revealed.
So you got the Judgment card too.
Yep, and I got the Page of Swords right below it, and the Ace of Swords. So there's some truth coming out. There's some information coming out.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes. All right. I got.
Can we grab this question, because this has come up quite a bit. There's some people that think that Putin has MS, or some kind of neurological.
I have felt
disease,
that
like
before.
Parkinson's. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt
Parkinson's
more. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you ask your pendulum?
Yeah, I get a big yes for Parkinson's.
Yep.
That's what I've always felt.
I just tuned in and I saw his back, like he was facing away from us, but I saw like a skeleton, even though it was funny. It was a skeleton, but it was all surrounded by his body shape, but in black, the skeleton. And I saw zap, 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 like it's definitely something neurological going on there.
Yeah, I agree. I felt that for a while, but I don't think that's I feel like it's the oligarchs that are going to threaten his
they're going to take him down
because they're tired of their money being frozen and all that.
I totally agree with that.
Oh, he limps when he walks. I didn't see that.
Oh, he looked terrible in meeting with Macron. Yeah, I feel Macron's very strong.
Yeah.
I feel he's lived his life with purpose. Like, I mean, his wife is this older woman. She was formerly his teacher. Like, I think he just, he doesn't go by the normal. Well, he lives his life authentically, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what other people say, and I could see him going, you got to toe the line here, Putin, because you're not going to win this.
Yeah, he was very stern with him.
Yeah. Oh, so Renee says he looks swollen all over.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at George McKenna saying, "Give me the
George,
lottery
I see that.
If I knew
that.
I would have an even bigger house."
Yeah. Exactly. I would have a house.
Right. I don't think the guys give us stuff for a major gain like that. It doesn't work that way.
No.
That's funny.
Susa, good night. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Well,
I had
we
a
keep
fun time working with you, Sharon.
Yeah, I know we keep saying that and praising each other, but it really is true. I just adore you, and I love how we read together. And yeah.
All right. Well, as always, it's a pleasure, Sharon. You're welcome on my channel anytime.
Let's do a regular thing together, because I just so enjoy this. But we can talk about that behind the scenes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Sharon's channel, it's Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. If somebody doesn't mind posting the link, I have it in the description box, and I have both mine and Sharon's email if anybody wants to reach out for a private reading. We both offer those. And yeah, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks, everybody, so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I love everybody so much, and thanks for all the love and support.
Yeah. Thanks, Renee. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Stone Marble. Yeah, very nice. Thank you. You're very complimentary. We love our peeps.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I love doing this work. Love it. I'm just so blessed. It is, and I'm so blessed that I'm retired now, and I know I've said many times, but I retired 2 years ago. But then I kept my hand in. I was doing casual work with the school teaching, but now I'm devoting full time to this. And who would have thought I would have had this next chapter? I'm so glad COVID did that.
Yeah.
Well, I started learning tarot before COVID hit. But anyways, I'm just loving it. It's just fantastic work.
Yeah, and I stopped. I finished my notice at Starbucks, so now I definitely have a lot more time during the week to do more stuff for my channel, and been pretty busy with a lot of private readings. It's been a lot of fun. So it's just such a big blessing, and I want to thank everybody for all the love and support. And I will be on Sharon's channel next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and I think 2 Pacific. So
2 p.m. Pacific. That's right. That's right.
All right, everyone. Love you all so much.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Good night in Europe.